Let me start with a very serious topic today. Many of us still think that artificial intelligence is just another technology upgrade, like the internet, faster machines, or better software. But that assumption is quite risky for the humanity. Artificial intelligence is not just about speed, it is about replacing cognitive work, the kind of work that once made humans economically valuable. Geoffrey Hinton, one of the pioneers of modern artificial intelligence, has warned that artificial intelligence revolution is different from the industrial revolution because it targets human intelligence rather than muscle power. Again, it targets human intelligence rather than muscle power. This is quite extraordinary and alarming as well. When machines can write, analyze, screen, decide, and predict, most jobs are affected, not just factory work or manual labor. We are not talking about some day in future. It is already unfolding quietly, unevenly, and at a global scale. That's why artificial intelligence is not just a technology story. It is a work, job, income, and opportunity story. And sooner or later, it will touch every family around the world. And that is exactly why we need to start talking about just transition in the age of artificial intelligence, not to stop innovation, but to protect people and their dignity as this transition accelerates. In today's podcast, we will try to unpack some of these critical topics around why artificial intelligence is different from other technological innovations, what are some risks, what are opportunities, and how people can be protected as transition takes place. Welcome to the Mindset Podcast. Please do subscribe to our channel and stay connected. The Industrial Revolution replaced human muscles and the internet transformed human connections. Artificial intelligence is fundamentally different because it targets the fundamental human asset, which is cognition and decision making. Artificial intelligence is different because it works on cognition, the part of human life that involves thinking, decision making, and judgment. Transitions have taken place before as well, but not quite like this and at this scale. During the Industrial Revolution, machines replaced muscles. Humans started to feel that their physical strengths were becoming irrelevant because machines were replacing them. Weavers, artisans, factory workers, many lost jobs when machine made goods faster and cheaper. Later, the internet revolution changed communication and information systems drastically. Some jobs disappeared, but many new ones appeared. In both cases, change took time. People had years, even decades, to adapt, to skill and reskill themselves and develop their coping strategies. But it is important to understand that artificial intelligence is entirely different. It does not just replace physical effort. Historically, automation affected low skill or blue collar manual labor, such as factories and agriculture sector. But artificial intelligence is the first technology to hit high skill, white collar jobs as well. It replaces thinking task. We're already seeing that some of the thinking or cognitive skills are already beginning to be shifted, and machines are writing emails, screening CVs, analyzing data, approving loans, deciding who gets hired and who does not. IMF research shows that nearly 40% of the jobs around the world are exposed to artificial intelligence related change, rising to about 60% in advanced economies, a scale of impact unlike earlier technological shifts, and one of that suggests we need policy frameworks like just transition to manage this shift fairly. This does not mean that jobs and opportunities will vanish overnight, but it means the work itself is changing fast and dramatically. And unlike past machines, AI often works quietly. You don't see it, you don't get an explanation. And that's why it is so important to talk about just transition. We have spent years talking about it as what if? What if the algorithms get too good? What if the softwares start doing the heavy lifting? Well, as of 2025, we have officially moved past the what if phase. This is not a speculation anymore. It is the lead story in every bedroom to office from New York to Sydney. Let's look at the numbers. In the US alone, we have already seen over 1 million job cuts this year. We're not just talking about once one niche industry. We are seeing a massive pullback across tech, retail, media, and finance. And the companies, they're not hiding behind vague excuses anymore. They are being blunt. They are saying that they are restructuring because the software can finally do what humans used to do. It's very important. They are restructuring because the software can finally do what humans used to do. Now let's briefly talk about just transition. In climate justice, a just transition focuses on protecting workers and communities as economies shift, ensuring livelihoods, dignity, and fairness are not sacrificed for the progress. Maybe that same principle is now critical in the context of artificial intelligence too. As technology reshapes work and power, people must be supported through reskilling, social protection, and fair access to new opportunities. As technology transforms work and power, societies must ensure fairness, dignity, and support for those most affected. And a just transition in the context of artificial intelligence is not about stopping innovation. It could simply mean not letting people alone to deal with the disruptions. No one is left behind as transition takes place and families are protected. People have opportunities to reskill themselves and to make them relevant, and people have alternative livelihoods and employment opportunities, and also social protection systems are strong. When some of these practical insights are ignored, the risk of massive loss is much higher, and a broader section of society will lose, and a smaller group of people who have control over these things will win. And this win will be unfair win. And it is thus important to ensure transition with fairness and dignity. There is no doubt about AI has enormous potential. It can boost productivity, unlock innovation, and help solve complex challenges across societies. But the real measure of its success will be not how fast systems are built or how efficient algorithms becomes. It will be measured by how well societies manage this transition for people whose work, livelihoods, and future are being reshaped. Managing artificial intelligence with fairness, dignity, and care is not a barrier to progress. It is what makes progress sustainable. The question before us is not whether artificial intelligence will transform our world, but whether we are prepared to guide that transformation responsibly. Thank you so much for listening to the Mindshift podcast. Please share and subscribe to our channel. Our efforts are to ask relevant questions of our times and protect human dignity. Please kindly share your feedbacks and thoughts, and thank you so much for your time.